Hello there. Thanks for joining me this Sunday. I'm Tonton and these are tonight's top stories. Death toll soars to over 800 from Indonesia's quake tsunami. Malaysia no longer supports Myanmar leader over Rohingya crisis. And 2 UPSR students drown in water park. Malaysia will no longer support the leadership of Myanmar's leader Aung San Suu Kyi over her inaction against the poor treatment of Rohingyas in her country. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said Suu Kyi seems to be a changed person over the plight of the Rohingya people. In an interview with Turkish international news channel TRT World, the Premier admitted that he has lost all faith in her.
I have myself written to her. She has not replied. I am very disappointed because during the time when she was detained, we had struggled and tried to get her released. Of course, eventually she was released. But over this issue, she seems to be a changed person. She did not want to say anything against the action taken by the military on these Rohingyas. So we make it quite clear that we don't really support her anymore.
Last Friday, Tun Dr. Mahathir addressed the UN General Assembly in New York on the state of the Rohingya people in Myanmar. He criticized the authorities in Myanmar and Suu Kyi for denying that the Rohingya people were being murdered and their homes torched, forcing over 1 million refugees to flee. The Premier also questioned the world for keeping mum on the massacres that were being carried out. A brutal military campaign drove more than 700,000 Rohingya Muslims from Myanmar into neighboring Bangladesh, where they now live in cramped refugee camps. Many have given accounts of extrajudicial killings, sexual violence, and arson. A United Nations report last month called for the army chief's prosecution for genocide against the Rohingya and singled out Aung San Suu Kyi for failing to speak up for the group. Meanwhile, Myanmar is defending itself against a United Nations report released in August, which accused the Southeast Asian country of committing genocide against the Rohingya. In a speech at the UN General Assembly Friday, Khaw Ten Sui, the country's union minister for the state councillor, said the report was based on narratives and not hard evidence. The official accused Bangladesh, which is hosting over 1 million Rohingya refugees, of failing to repatriate them to Myanmar based on 3 agreements the countries have signed. Bangladeshi President Sheikh Hasina had accused Myanmar Thursday at her UN speech of failing to honor a verbal commitment to take back Rohingya Muslims who have fled a crackdown she described as tantamount to genocide. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir began the second leg of his working visit to the United Kingdom by attending a briefing on future directions of Lotus Group, which produces high-end sports cars and racing cars. At the closed-door briefing, the Premier was given a glimpse of the mock model of the latest Lotus car. The briefing was given by Group Lotus CEO Feng Jingfeng, who is also Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of Geely Auto Group. China's automaker Zhejiang Geely Holding Group has purchased a 49.9% stake in Proton Holdings Berhad, as well as 51% of Lotus, both owned by DRB Highcom last year. Also present at the briefing were Malaysian tycoon Tan Sri Said Mokhtar Al-Bukhari and DRB Highcom CEO Dato Sri Said Faisal Al-Bah. Soon after arriving at the hotel for the briefing, Tun Dr. Mahathir inspected the new London electric taxi, which is owned by Geely. The normally bustling Pasar Besar Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, turned boisterous when incoming PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim dropped by as part of his walkabout this morning. It was a surprise to many of the business operators and customers who were eagerly to meet the Pakatan Harapan PH candidate for the Port Dickson parliamentary seat by-election. During the walkabout, he shook hands with business operators and customers and had breakfast at the market before making his way to nearby restaurants. Datuk Sri Anwar later visited the Chinese community of Bukit Pelando in Port Dickson. The Chinese community there represent 33% of voters in the parliamentary constituency.
Saya mau ini negeri, mula dari Port Dickson. Orang negeri saya, sebab itu saya mau.
Meanwhile, Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Samad said he decided to contest in the by-election on his own free will and not because of others. The former Felda chairman also dismissed claims that he was asked by Tun Dr. Mahathir to challenge PKR President Datuk Sri Anwar.
Dr. Mahathir mesti tak jumpa. Sebelum dan selepas saya tak jumpa. Nak jumpa pun tak sebab. Biasalah, dia semua pelantik. Saya betul ayah dia pelantik, bukan saya baru nak bertanding. Ini bertanding kali yang ke-10. Dia bertanding ni kali yang ke-10 ni. Tak ada siapa ngajar fasiliti. Dah hafal isi borang tu.
When asked on a media report which said he was returning to UMNO after the by-election, Tan Sri Isa said the news was inaccurate. He pointed out that in the report, Tan Sri said his focus is to win the by-election. The Port Dickson parliamentary seat fell vacant after its MP, Danyal Balagopal Abdullah, resigned to pave way for Datuk Sri Anwar to contest in order to return to Parliament. Danyal won the seat with a 17,710 vote majority against the BN and PAS candidates in the 14th general election. Perlis Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia or Bersatu today reiterated the claim that several UMNO leaders in the state are expected to join the party soon. Perlis Bersatu Secretary Wan Saiful Wanjan said that he has the list of names of the UMNO leaders who will join the party. According to Wan Saiful, the list of names will be revealed when the respective UMNO leaders are ready with their decision they have made.
Saya rasa belum sampai masa lagi, tapi kita sentiasa mengalu-alukan semua yang berminat, termasuklah Menteri Besar sendiri sekiranya ingin kembali ke pangkal jalan dan kembali ingin berfungsi sebagai Menteri Besar yang efektif, maka saya rasa sahutlah seruan masyarakat dan fikirlah masa depan yang lebih baik untuk negeri Malaysia.
Dia ahli parlimen ke ada maybe yang dikata?
Kita sedia untuk berbincang dengan semua orang berbagai peringkat.
So yang sudah jumpa tu berapa orang lagi agak yang ada pelih?
Tak apa, kita akan cerita bila sampai masa insya-Allah.
Datuk Syed Zaid Albar has been appointed Executive Chairman of the Securities Commission (SC) effective October 15th. The Prime Minister's office said Datuk Syed Zaid was chosen for the post as his expertise encompasses various sectors such as corporate law, capital markets, sukuk and Islamic and conventional banking. With more than 38 years of experience in legal practice, he was previously a member of the Compensation Fund Inquiry Panel and a member of the Appeals Committee at Bursa Malaysia Berhad. Meanwhile, Metro Kajang Berhad Managing Director Tan Sri Eddie Chen has been appointed as the new chairman of Perbadanan Prima Malaysia effective tomorrow. He replaces Tan Sri Dr. Elias Nur Abdul, who stepped down on June 1st. Tan Sri Chen was also Real Estate and Housing Developers Association, or REDA, president for the 1998 to 2002 term. In other news, pneumatic tires and electric motorcycles are the latest items to have the sales and services tax reduced to 5% from 10% previously. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said the decision was made by the Finance Ministry together with the Customs Department after receiving feedback from the public. In a statement, Lim said the ministry had conducted 18 briefing-cum question and answer sessions on the SST nationwide, involving over 15,000 participants. He also said the ministry, together with the Customs Department, will open SST inquiry counters at the Federal Territorial Customs Complex, Kelana Jaya, from Tuesday until Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. where 10 kiosks and 12 counters will be open to enable stakeholders from various trade and industry sectors to provide feedback or even complaints on the SST implementation. Lim also said he had appointed 2 officers from the Finance Minister's office to address any complaints, views and inquiries during the same period, namely Chartered Accountant Dato' Oi Kok Seng and Toh Yen Ki, a former Chief Finance Officer of the international company. The independent committee that coordinate the overall policies and management of foreign workers will begin its work on the second week of October. Human Resource Minister M. Kulasegaran said the committee would travel around the country to gain insights on the hiring of foreign workers. The independent committee would be headed by former Court of Appeal Judge Dato' Sri Hishamuddin Yunus and former Civil Servants Group G25 spokesman Dato' Nur Farida Arifin. It will make recommendations to the government after gaining views on foreign workers so that a holistic decision can be reached. The minister also said the government was discussing with several countries to sign a memorandum of understanding on the entry of foreign workers to the country. Exempt for Sri Lanka, he revealed that the previous agreements with Bangladesh, Indonesia, Nepal, India have already expired.
Kita baru habis hari Jumaat dengan Nepal. Jadi sekarang kita menunggu untuk mentandatangani di Kathmandu atau di Kuala Lumpur, dan kita telah bermula dengan Indonesia. Kita sedang aktif MOU dengan Sri Lanka. Dengan Bangladesh, saya telah berjumpa dengan Menteri Luar yang in charge kepada pekerja-pekerja asing, dan satu antara masalah yang rumit adalah kita ingin memberitahu bahawa walaupun kita ada hasrat untuk mentandatangani, tapi kita ada beberapa sekatan-sekatan yang perlu mendapat penyelesaian.
Kulasegaran said among the problems that need to be addressed include a salary and insurance of the foreign workers. It was met after launching the 2018 Charity Fun Fair at the Sekolah Semangat Maju Ipoh. More than 100 pupils from the Special School for Children with Learning Disabilities joined the program. In Terengganu, 2 young girls drowned while bathing with 2 other friends at Boardwalk Situ wetland. The 4 friends were said to have gone to the area with the family of one of the victims after the Ujian Peperiksaan Sekolah Rendah UPSR had ended. The 12-year-olds were believed to have studied in the same school. The first victim, who drowned, was found at 2:38 p.m. today and has been identified as Nur Kumaira Kistina Muhammad Nizam. The second victim's body, Nur Hafizatul Nabihah Muhammad Jafar, was found at about 4 p.m. this evening. 2 of the survivors, Nur Aisha Shakira Isa and Ain Najiha Abdul Ghani, are currently being treated at Situ Hospital. A man was arrested with 46 slabs of cannabis worth over 112,000 ringgit during a raid at a house in Kampung Permatang Pasir, Kota Kuala Muda, Kedah. The suspect's 11-year-old son was also picked by the authorities.
Berat keseluruhan adalah 44 kilo, 44.5 kilo. Daun kering dipercayai ganja. Dan kita juga menangkan siasatan di bawah Seksyen 39B, kita rampas, kita sita kereta potong wajah. Ujian air kencing, positif THC, dan anak dia setelah kita rekodkan keterangan, kita bagi jamin lah, bawah umur.
An initial investigation revealed he was been active for the past 5 years, peddling drugs around Seberang Perai Utara and Kuala Muda areas. The suspect, who has past criminal records involving drugs, has been remanded for 7 days to assist investigations. Now, after the break, IKEA's new ad, a great hit with netizens. Find out more when we return. Thank you for staying with us. After making its debut in India last month, Nokia 5.1 Plus and Nokia 6.1 Plus are now available in Malaysia. Holding on to their strength in reliable craftsmanship, HMD Global is confident that both models are able to penetrate the local market. There is no doubt that iconic brand, which used to dominate the world's handphone market, still has a lot of fans. According to HMD Global's country manager for Malaysia and Myanmar, Nokia is known for their durability and long-lasting battery life. Thus, these elements will be maintained and improved to place the Nokia brand as a solid contender amongst its competitors.
So my target audience again is the millennial today. They are the biggest consumer that you see in the market. And Malaysian consumers are very, very demanding. They like to see what's new in the market, what new technology in the market, what's new design of the devices.
Both models are equipped with the Android One program, which means the device is assured of at least 3 years of security patches and at least 2 years of operating system updates after launch, which ensures peace of mind for users. Nokia 5.1 Plus has a storage of 32GB, while 64GB for Nokia 6.1 Plus. Both models can be purchased starting this month and next month, respectively. Now it's time for our My Game On segment, bringing you the latest esports news. The World Economic Forum predicts that 65% of students today will work in jobs that are yet to exist, with most of these new jobs requiring digital skills. Now that is why the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, or MDEC, has launched the My Digital Maker movement to equip the youth with the right skill sets relevant in the future workforce. Wanizul Islam has more.
Welcome to My Game On. I'm currently at Axiata Arena in Bukit Jalil, where the My Digital Maker Fair is underway. Now, this event is to help promote that of digital innovation and technology to that of the youth. Let's go find out more about what's happening at this event. My Digital Maker is a joint public, private and academia initiative that aims to create a nation of digital makers by transforming Malaysian youth from digital users to digital producers. Through this event, students were exposed to many activities that helped cultivate creativity, critical thinking, problem solving and communication skills. By collaborating with developers, many students were able to create their own digital technology-based inventions using specific skills that include coding, app development, 3D printing, robotics and programming data analytics.
Within game development even itself, there's also many different jobs. You know, you're looking at art, you're looking at engineering, you're looking at game design. And I think we wanted to create that awareness, not with just the students, but also with their parents on the opportunities within this field. The future is digital. And a lot of what we're doing now within MDEC is to encourage digital heroes. Within game development even itself, there's also many different jobs. You know, you're looking at art, you're looking at engineering, you're looking at game design. And I think we wanted to create that awareness, not with just the students, but also with their parents on the opportunities within this field.
The event was graced by Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh, who dedicated his time to meet with exhibitors and children to commend and encourage them to follow their passion. During a panel discussion, the minister highlighted the importance of preparing young talents for the digital future by providing awareness and sharpening their skills in digital creativity and innovation. To date, a total of 500,000 students have participated in the Digital Maker movement through formal and after-school activities.
It wasn't the product, it was the video, is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well done. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Okay.
We're going for a short break, but coming after this, scores hurts as Typhoon Trami smashes mainland Japan. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at our daily segment Clickbait for what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Now, advertising is a challenging field as you need to always stay relevant and trendy to win the game. And recently, IKEA Malaysia pretty much nailed their ad in response to a recent viral video of an infamous Hoot t-shirt. But before we get into that, let's refresh our memory on the latter. Known as Lorraine Yeoh from Singapore, who runs Miss Hopper Boutique, she is now everyone's favorite t-shirt promoter due to her hilarious live stream video, where she promoted the now infamous S-Hook t-shirt. In the video, she says that one can hoot anything you can think of.
You can put a S-Hook. S-Hook. You can put your umbrella, your EZ-Link card. Okay, whatever you want to hook, you can hook. Can see? You today go to market, no hand to carry, no problem. Okay? Buy many this kind of hook.
Malaysians and Singaporeans were tickled by her amusing and creative way of selling a normal t-shirt, and according to World of Buzz, the video has since been shared over 33,000 times. Now, IKEA Malaysia has reacted to the phenomenon by doing what they do best and promoting their product called Kung For's S-Hook at the same time in a funny and creative way. Surely, it has put IKEA above other brands when it comes to reacting to what is trending among the locals. Of course, netizens who saw it found it funny as well, with some of them saying that they need more than 5 as Lorraine had advised them to buy many hooks. Some also said that now they knew where to get the hooks. They needed the t-shirt to complete the look. Now updated as 7 p.m., here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Moving on to the foreign front, the death toll from Indonesia's earthquake and tsunami disaster has risen to at least 832 people. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency, however, warned that the figure could climb higher as the affected area on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi is bigger than initially thought. According to officials, the death toll could rise into the thousands after it was estimated that over 2.4 million people were affected by Friday's earthquake. With confirmed deaths only from Palu, authorities are bracing for much worse as reports filter in from outlying areas, in particular Donggala, a region of 300,000 people north of Palu, and was one of the worst hit area as it was closer to the epicenter of the quake. Little information was available about the city due to damaged roads and disrupted telecommunications. At the moment, aid and supplies were being sent in via military and commercial aircraft, including helicopters, to reach badly affected areas. Meanwhile, a search and rescue team are working to retrieve people trapped in the rubble of buildings brought down in the 7.5 magnitude earthquake that triggered tsunami waves as high as 6 meters. People could still be heard calling out from an 8-story hotel which toppled in the quake. Rescue operations, however, are hindered by lack of heavy equipment needed to shift the rubble.
Sudah menyebar ke 5 titik, belum lagi yang ke Sigi dan Donggala. Jadi terus terang kami sangat membutuhkan alat berat tersebut.
Sudah habis belanja di kasir, tiga, langsung goyang, pokoknya langsung gelap, langsung jatuh semua itu. Iya, turun di eskalator yang sudah tidak jalan lagi, sama anak-anak.
Anak-anaknya Ibu selamat? Iya, selamat.
Dan diperkirakan jumlah korban ini masih akan terus bertambah. Ya, kita berharap data ini tidak bertambah. Tetapi dengan melihat kondisi yang ada di sana, masih ada jenazah-jenazah yang belum teridentifikasi. Korban yang masih diduga tertimbun di reruntuhan.
Over in Japan, a monster typhoon is heading towards its mainland on Sunday, wounding at least 50 people in Okinawa and Kagoshima. Fortunately, local officials said no one was feared dead as a result of the storm. Typhoon Trami tore through the southern island of Okinawa on Saturday, bringing winds strong enough to flip over cars. Japan issued evacuation orders and warnings to about 700,000 households in southern and western Japan. And more than 300,000 households have suffered power outages in the southern Okinawa and Kogashima prefectures. Typhoon Trami has already sparked travel disruption, with bullet train services in the west of Japan suspended, closure of Osaka's Kansai airport forcing cancellations of more than 1,000 flights, and Tokyo's evening train services scrapped. The Category 2 storm, with Category 5 being the highest, heads towards Japan's northeast, crossing islands of Kyushu and the main island of Honshu between Sunday and Monday, a path similar to that taken Typhoon Jebi early in September. Now, to draw attention to global pollution problems, St. Petersburg musician Pavel Andreev has staged the most unusual performance, with a grand piano installed in the middle of a landfill in Russia's northern Leningrad region. Witness Andreev as he plays his own composition over dunes of garbage and amidst the cries of seagull hovering over above, as well as we wrap up 7 edition tonight. Well, with that, I'm Tonton. Thank you for watching and have a productive week ahead.